Time for the 49ers Rush Podcast.
And man, I'm going to go in the craziest of all orders.
Oh,
because
okay.
Because I love a large part of my childhood was built around two video games. Tecmo Super Bowl. That was friends would come over, stay the night. We would create brackets. We would have like tournaments, and so you pick a team, you draw numbers. We'd usually shoot basketball, so we'd play like a 3-point competition, and whoever won got to pick their team first, whatever. And then whatever team you got stuck with, and then you played it out. So that was the number one. Tecmo Super Bowl is incredible. Number two is Madden.
Oh yeah,
loved Madden, man. And today, Madden announced that Trent Williams.
I had this in my notes, but I figured you were going to say it first. Go ahead.
I couldn't hold back, man.
Of course not.
The first ever offensive lineman to receive a 99 grade. Freaking incredible.
Yeah. This game has been around. I think the first Madden came out in 91, 92.
Yeah.
So, that long to never have had an offensive lineman at 99 until now. 49ers faithful, be proud that Trent Williams is on your team.
Yeah, and I think there should have been 99, players in the past. Joe Thomas for sure.
Yeah, Joe Thomas immediately came to mind.
Yeah, but whatever. They're correcting mistakes, and here's the craziest thing about it, and I got to remind everybody of this. You've got the best offensive lineman in all of football for a 3rd and a 5th round pick. It's freaking stolen. You stole them.
Washington. On the other flip, as the NFL side, the flip side of that, Washington, man, did they handle that horribly. It was a win for the Niners. I mean, but come on, Washington, could you have handled that any poorly? Like literally future Hall of Fame left tackle, and you gave him away for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, it was bad. All right. So anyway, can we pencil in Trent Williams as the first team left tackle?
Oh, of
course.
Can
we do that? I struggled.
First team if we were doing all NFL, he'd be the first team left tackle. I mean, it's like no question there.
I agree. All right, so let's go the order you want. That's the only one that I wanted to throw in there. I apologize, Brian.
I love it.
My bad, man.
Hey, we got to protect our blind side. We got to start with that left tackle. We got the cornerstone. So I'm going to mix it up slightly. I still primarily used my general NFL knowledge and PFF grades to put this list together, but I wanted to throw a little extra something to you Niners faithful. So I have a fun fact or fun nugget with each of these players that I chose for my lineup. But I was going to go the traditional route, quarterback, running back, all that. But John has inspired me in honor of Trent Williams today. First ever 99 overall in Madden. We're gonna just let's get the hog mollies out of the way.
Oh.
Let's do the whole front offensive line. I'm going to go left to right. So we'll go left tackle, left guard, center, right guard, right tackle. So I got to scroll first because this is not the order I put it in, but we're improvising. It's a live show. All right.
I like it.
So we all know. I'm going to go ahead and read my Trent Williams nuggets. I did have nuggets for every player. No brainer that Trent Williams is the starter here. Come on, first 99 overall in Madden. If this is an all NFL, like I said, he'd be the written in pen at that left tackle. So he earned a 96.9 PFF grade since 2020. Ranks first among tackles by nearly 5 points. So that's over the last 2 seasons by nearly 5 points over any other tackles in the NFL. Earned a 98.3 PFF grade in 2021, which was the highest of any position. Yeah. We're talking Aaron Donald, anything, or in any season in the past 16 years. Trent Williams, your boy, guarding the blind side of will be Trey Lance, the highest PFF grade over the last 16 years of any position in the NFL.
And, I'll say this, I enjoy PFF, and I think that there's a lot of positives because let me say this, their grading scale before PFF ever even existed, we used the exact same grading scale when we went through film with my players. Mm-hmm. And so what we would do is every single given play, you would go through with your position player. So if you're a D-line coach, you're a D-line guy, linebackers, wide receivers, whatever. And every single snap, you get a +2 to -2. And now I had different coaches that would do half points or whatever and, whatever else. But at the end of the game, even if you played 5 plays, if you were a backup player, you could say, hey, you graded out positively. And then somebody ahead of you graded out negatively. It would put a nice bow on it. Now,
right.
Is that everything? No. It's a launching point. It's a cumulative kind of rubric to assess performance. But it misses. And a lot of it with PFF, let's just be really, really honest. not all those guys understand scheme and whatever else. You can watch the film and say, oh, I think that this person messed up. But if you don't understand a backside zone fire blitz, well, yeah, it might look like that guy messed up. It's not his fault.
In particular with the offensive line, though, I'm going to give PFF some credit here because our first ever episode of 30 Minutes of Football, we put out a Twitter poll of what kind of topics, and we had the second-year quarterbacks and wide receiver switching teams and all the things you would expect. But somebody in the comments mentioned about the problem with offensive line statistics and how to properly judge offensive line play, and I actually thought that was amazing and decided to bring it up as a topic. And that's one thing PFF has done is they have, while it's not perfect, they have kind of shined a light on some offensive linemen that maybe they don't have the big flashy stats. Like maybe they allowed a 3 or 4 sacks, whereas some guys didn't let up any sacks. But that same offensive lineman might have won 99% of his matchups. And so being able to grade those offensive linemen on every single play really shined a light and gave a little extra attention to offensive line play. Yeah. So I really like it specifically and the D-line kind of the same way. So I don't hold every position grading the same with PFF, but I really like how they grade offensive line.
Yeah.